Hello, students. I just want to say congratulations. You did a wonderful job taking our broken game and bringing it to a complete, playable, and frankly fun game in 8 lessons. I hope you feel like you have some ownership of the material that you learned and the lines of code that you have written. You may find yourself going, okay, so what now? How can I take Astro Drift and bring it to the next level? So in this video, I want to give you a few ideas of new systems that you could implement to make your game extra special. So let's head over to the computer screen and we'll take a look at Astro Drift. So here is our fully playable and final game with our overlay screens. We have our mouse tracking. We have our thrusters firing and our animations, asteroids spawning. We can drift and glide through really great physics movements. We have our warning overlay systems in place. We can dodge our asteroids. And just it's overall pretty fun to see how long we can last. So what are some ideas of things that we could add here? Well, the first idea I'll give you is we could add different asteroid types. Right now, we only have really one asteroid type that just sort of vary in size. But maybe you want to create like really small, super fast asteroid fragments or really large asteroids that maybe are a little bit slower, or asteroids that can change direction or maybe are targeted at the player. This is sort of a natural extension because the game already has our asteroid arrays, spawning, and movement with collision detections. Another thing that we could do is we could add a score or survival reward system. Right now, the only thing we're tracking is just time. So, right, our time alive. So one of the things that we could do is create a score that's based on survival time. So you earn points the longer you are alive. You earn points for fuel pickup that you create. You earn points for every asteroid that maybe passes a given location. So every asteroid that you dodge. This fits well because the game already tracks our runtime seconds, pickups, and our game state transitions. Another thing that you could add, we have our fuel pickups, but we could create a new pickup. I think a shield pickup would be really great here, something that would temporarily give our little probe protection from one asteroid collision. So if I had a shield right there, I wouldn't die. We would just consume the shield. This works really well because the game already has pickup spawning, collision checks, and our fuel pickup system, which can be easily duplicated for a shield pickup system. This next one's a little out there, but I think it's kind of cool. We could create gravitational zones or maybe like some space currents. So you guys could create like circular regions that gently push or pull a probe in a given direction, simulating a gravitational pull or maybe a solar wind. So if I get to like this region right here, maybe there's a pull that starts to make me move back towards the center. And this fits sort of naturally here because the game already uses a lot of physics-based and velocity-based movement and drifting. So it's a natural extension to add another source of gravitational pull. And our last idea that I'll mention here is we could allow for maybe a boost mechanic. So right now we can just fire our thrusters, but maybe we have some sort of like boost or nitro effect that gives us a short burst of speed that consumes an extra amount of fuel when a key is pressed. So maybe if I press the N key, I exert a lot of fuel, but I move at a much, much faster rate. And this is pretty feasible because we already have our fuel resource system in place, our velocity control, and our thruster mechanics, which could be easily extended. Now, all of these things are great ideas here, things that you could add to your own game. And before we summarize this, I'm just noticing I still have my debug screen right here listed. I want to change that. So I should have shown that in my last video, and I apologize. If we go all the way down to our draw HUD screen function, so here's our draw HUD, we can easily comment out that ramp readout. And I'm going to do that right now with just 2 slashes. Now that I've commented out that ramp readout does not need to be here for our final version of the game. It doesn't need to be there. All right, so with that change and with all of those great ideas for, we'll call this like our expansion zone of our game, you now have some ideas to take Astro Drift and take it from this state into something that is even better, even better. And in doing so, I hope you get some real ownership of the game here. And remember, the whole point of doing this is not just to play these games, but it's to create these games. You are building this game, you are writing the lines of code, and you are coming up with the ideas. And that is an awesome and amazing thing that not a lot of students can do. So I'm proud of you for that, and you should be proud of yourself. And with that, I hope to see you in another video.